This is the night. This is the night. Right, the spider, that spider's pretty big. I don't know how the hell it survived out there.
Bite eating.
No chance. I got close to it. Obviously, my the cut touched one of its web things. He just legged it behind the toilet. No chance of getting that one out. Oh well. You're gonna deliver it to me. All right. Well, I failed with the spider. You may have heard that. Hello there. Thanks, Mrs. Pink. So, let's get rid of that. Do you want to know what's good? Look, still running. Still running from last night. Hello, people. So I'm only going to do this for about 2 hours. Probably, at the most. Let's get some music on. Let's get some music on. Music on. Get some Amiga music. Or Commodore 64. Yes, let's do Commodore 64. Yes, let's. No, this is good enough. That's as good as it's getting. Total random stuff. Feeling a bit insecure on Twitch there. Has to have a different name. I get it. Hello people, LOWGG, so-called 25. Right, or just WebGL. Yeah, I mean ultimately I'll do a WebGL thingy. Right, so I'm only on for a couple of hours, so let's get... let's get coughing. Let's get... it's not that, that's not... not that file. Where is it? Oh yeah. Okay, so timing stuff. Okay. How does this work? My web game is going to be text-based. JFrap feeling awfully vulgar. Thanks, mate. Weird. Beep. Timing stuff. Okay, so overview. Let's get this planned out first, so I don't balls it up. Overview. Rounds consist of 2 parts. 1, enter commands. 2, replay entire board's commands. Okay, so let's say, so what does the client see? What does client see? Okay, they join. Wait until the start of, so they join. And have to wait until the start of the next round. So actually, let's think about this. If a round is like that, we might actually say a round is in that order. But anyway, wait until the start of the next round. In before Rob contracts lung cancer. What? 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 He's tired. He's tired and sweary. What a beautiful combination. Right. Oh yeah. Oh no, I put it in the car. I'll show you. I'll put it on Facebook. Do you want to see me being amusing? Do you want to? Right, so that's my race thing. And I post just because so you guys know I'm funny once, right? I posted that on Facebook with the comment of, what are the chances of this? My race number for the run tomorrow is the same as my PIN and all my online passwords. Rate that joke out of 10. I got some likes on Facebook, so it clearly wasn't the worst thing ever. But because the joke being 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's explain it like an idiot. I am quite literally fun in a bag, a closed bag. You follow me anywhere into the mouth of hell, but then you turn back. All right. So yeah, so this is still running. That's good. That's great. So I'm only going to do a couple of hours. Okay. So what does client see? They join after waiting to it's okay. So they join. They join with username and some sort of token. No idea. They see a waiting to join screen with a countdown. Countdown determines how long until next request. Request is sent to server. Right, so then they do a request, get the whole board state, and then get and presumably the server gives a list of options and of actions the player can do. Okay, countdown until end of time to send actions. If player sends actions before countdown, then they see something to that effect. Countdown continues until resolution. If player sends actions too late. Are we back to diorama? No, this is my multiplayer game. Look, it's running. It's still running from last night. And then over here, I've got another one. So if I go east, south, 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 and then over here, look, it's updated. Look, it's cool. It works. If player sends action too late, then client may have sent the update already. But anyway, resolution happens and they get a message of too slow. Resolution occurs. Board and all movements are sent to the client. PHP. No, I'm actually running JavaScript and Node to run a server, so it's not a massive choice. It's just that it's convenient because the client's in JavaScript as well. So. Yep, REST stuff. A lot. We talked about WebSockets. I would like to avoid them if I can. If I can't, I'll add them, but they're not important for this part of the production anyway. Resolution occurs. Board and all movements sent to client. Client sees all the playback and Countdown for new round and commands starts. So, could the player skip the playback to gain more time entering commands? Maybe. Okay, so yeah, that's it. That's it really. So what happens on the server? Now the server is a bit more interesting because we need to write out what the server's going to do. So this needs to cater for 0, 1 and 2 plus players connected. And so let's server is idle. Player connects. Create a board. Why not? Timer is irrelevant because. So what do we need to do? So we create a board, send to connection, send to new connection, first player, so it can go into lobby mode, or what? Not lobby, wait mode. Broadcast the board. So this is actually the only awkward time, because when you join, if there's no other player, like the whole sequence works by each client knowing how long till the next round starts, so we don't have to keep spamming. Requests from the client to the server to say what's happening, what's happening. He cried. But obviously, if you're the first player, you're just sitting idle in a lobby. Hello, Whiteland. So the first, if in fact I'm being a wally, because if he's the first player, then by definition there isn't a heavy load on that server, right? Because there's only one player connecting. So if he does updates every 5 seconds, that's not actually a problem. Broadcast the board so player can see it and their start position. In fact, that's an important point. Create a new board and place new player immediately. So, how am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm a bit worried. I'll confess, because it clearly is a confession. I'm a bit worried about the run tomorrow. So Jodie and I went out for a walk. I can't get that right, can I? Jodie and I went for a walk earlier and actually walked around some of the course. So I've now seen the entire course that I'm going to be running tomorrow. But even the walking, my leg hurt. So that's a bit of a problem. That's a bit of a problem. I got faded yellow. It used to be red stripes, but it's gone. Yes, stream my funeral. Oh yes. Hilarious comments as I'm lowered into the grave. Oh. Right, broadcast the board so player can see it in their start position. Tell them to refresh every 2 seconds. Yeah, 2 seconds. Anything less than 2 seconds seems a bit short. Sounds good. Yeah, what are your thoughts on Unity? Am I still messing with Meme 2D? No, we've got something new. Look at that. Check it out, man. The Funk Soul Brother. That won't actually mean much if you know. IO game, yeah. Tell them to refresh every 2 seconds. Okay. So one of the important things is the server saying to the client what the next action is. Meme.io. That's not a bad idea. Meme.io. Anyway, second player connects. Okay, so place new player on board. Send to connection. Send to new connection. Game starting or something like that. Start game immediately. I think that's the best thing to do, is just start the game immediately. Int star A equals null pointer. So how does that help in any way, shape or form? Hello Doomsaw, Dr. Robot Vinnick and everyone else. Alright, send a new connection, start game immediately. And from now on, any player pinging do you know what? I'm actually struggling with this. In fact, look at that. There's me being clever saying I'm going to plan it. Do you know what? Screw planning. Screw planning immediately. Right. So let's go to the server code. We've got the index and it was this bodge. I actually can't be bothered. So we'll immediately knock up some new files, and I don't mean get them pregnant. New folder. Game states here as well. We'll have game state. We like the game states. Oh yes, we do. New file. So this will be the board representation. So we definitely need that. We'll probably need a player representation. I had a vivid dream about a marketing swindle for your IO game. Planning is for chumps. It's not. It's just that I don't want to do it, and I also this is not just me throwing caution totally to the wind. I know that the sort of problems I need to solve will be clearer expressed in code. Teasel.io. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know what that was. Right, game states. So we've got no players. Game state. There will be one player. Game state. And there will be new player. No, not new player. Playing. Now we've actually, that's pretty much all we're going to have, right? Because the server, so I'm not planning immediately, pardon me, it was to make PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds as the .io game. That's well, let's get the code working and then we'll see what's fun. Int address of A. What? Yeah, okay, I'm not even gonna... What compiles and what makes sense is not the same thing. I only did ActionScript once or twice and it was for fun. No one made me. Does that make it any better? No, not really. So, new, right. So, var, board. Do. So we're going to start sorting this out. Do. I promise you, in my dream at least. I made megabucks. Thanks. At least I'm going to pretend what you're saying is you have complete faith in me, when in fact that's not what you said. A Diplodoc. Yeah. They look so little there, with those little people. Okay. So with the board, I have no idea how we're going to represent this. I just don't know. What I do know is that we definitely need to cache stuff. What am I saying? Actually, the board's almost irrelevant. Actually. So if I do function construct, That's okay, is it? Do. Do. No, actually, we'll keep board as null for the time being. We'll get this done. Oh, we the players. Oh, cheers, mate. I have no idea. What are you writing, you weirdos? Okay, I'll leave you to it. All right. We'll also do a nice thing called a player, because we're banging on that, don't we? We need ourselves a players. Don't know what's going to be in one yet, but so and I know what it's a bit of a con, but I know what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna store it in a world state. This is because of how references and stuff work. So we'll do that. So the world is actually going to contain this dot board and this dot players. Do. Oh, players, player. Yeah, we can actually get rid of that. Do. So one of the things I'm going to try and do fairly well from the start is to be be very careful about error conditions and stuff. Oh, sod bags, it's not capital W. And it would be word or board. We're gonna put all this somewhere nicer anyway. Hello Rob, will you encrypt the game JavaScript code client? Probably. I don't really believe that strongly in security through obfuscation. It just doesn't really work. But to be honest, the stuff I'm writing isn't actually going to be that hard, right? I'm not sure any companies, like, what is the actual value? I mean, like, you'll encrypt your code, you'll obfuscate it because you can, but you don't actually get a lot of value out of it. It's just that why wouldn't you? Because it's quite straightforward to do. That's my take on it, but feel free to point out if I'm wrong on that. Yeah, well done, Festec. Right. Anyway, board. That's got our cells. The game state's doing nothing. We've got a board in here. So, yeah. So we'll do create new player and stuff on the world, I think. Unless we actually... No, actually, do you know what? I'm going to actually create a specialist container for the players. I can imagine needing quite a lot of lookup. Do I want a container for that? Yes, I probably do, actually. The world is just going to be a dumb container. No offense, world. Do 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 no. Alright, well, we'll see what happens there. So we've got this board. Index. So what happens here? We've got players. So this dot player ID equals 0. We'll start with that kind of number. Dims equals That's not correct, is it? It's certainly not indented correct. What is going on with this indenting? Did I must have just not copied something over. Well done, me. Right, so we actually want to do the Y first. Oh, hang on. No, I'll always have a problem if I do Y dereferencing and then X. So no, I'm not going to do that. Will your game be released under free as in freedom license compatible with MIT or GPL? No, I did. Well, we'll see. If it's a total disaster, no. I mean, the point is, I'm going to see what I can make in a month, right? And if I could make money out of it, why would I release the source code? Maybe once it starts to fade or whatever. I think the point here with this kind of game I'm making is not anyway that any part of it's going to be difficult or hard. It would just be the case that I did it, right? He is using prototypes. He is insane. No. I'll use whatever makes me happy. Do. I don't even know the terminology for JavaScript. I just simply don't care that much. Right. Right. I say the game... Do you know what? The game state thing. Let me think about this. The game state is purely about what actions we do. So each game state is going to have to deal with incoming messages from each... Yeah, let's move that to the board. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 ding 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 do do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. And I was going to start that at 1,000 just so it stood out. I will carry on with that. Do 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 do. Teasel cat is teasel cat. Actually, the word player is probably not correct. It might better be connections. I'll stick with player for now. Teasel the cat. A teasel, teasel, teasel cat. A teasel cat. Teasel cat. Okay, good. They all seem to still be running. We've still got this problem. Board.js15. So let's go and fix that. Why is that a problem? I don't know. Cannot read property Y. Var Y, 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 X, X, X. What's the problem? What's the problem here, guys? What am I doing wrong? Teesh. No, it's got a problem here. What am I doing wrong? Can I read property Y of undefined? Why is that not working? Because construct Ugh. Do 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 do. That's good. This is picking up. I'm surprised this picked up the context. Oh, of course no, because it was actually trying to run it. That was all right. Do 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 no no. Ding 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 ding. So we've got that, and world.cells create tile with player ID. So I almost wonder whether we'll have a cell option. So the board is going to be, yeah. Let's do that. Let's do a cell. Do do do. Cell might be more of a module rather than a class. It's not for now because of what I just cut and pasted. So. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Do do do. Right, now if we try and connect, it's not going to work. That's okay. We'll just deal with the join for the time being. Right, so player ID, pick empty random square. Create tile with player ID. Now I'm not convinced I'm gonna. That's the best way to do that. So what would our cell have? So what would our cell? So it might have a terrain. Now, one of the things I want to do is I want. I don't like when I turn this into JSON. I actually find it really awkward to debug if like large two-dimensional arrays are actually broadcast as different cells. I find that annoying. So what we'll do is the terrain's actually going to be represented by characters like this, and then what we can do is this.player equals null, right? So if there's a player on there, it's empty, whatever. But the terrain itself is just going to be a single character, and we'll concatenate them into long strings to broadcast the board update state, because we can compress it well. It's nice to read visually. In fact, we'll just use it as a space. My gosh, we can do this. So the terrain is never going to change. We'll work on that basis, but obviously players might move around from cell to cell, so we need a nice way of accessing it. But that should be fine. So what we'll do, dot player equals, I don't know. It's got create tile with player ID. How am I saying that? Yeah, that's rubbish. Get rid of that. So that's all I need to do is probably that. Set it to the player ID even. That's probably fine. Not a robot. Gosh, you guys have come up with quite a lot of links these days. I've checked them out. Yeah, sure. I will take a look at that. To be honest, I probably don't need a great deal of help with sockets. I need a bit, but not massive amounts. But I think I can go a long way with this before needing sockets. And as I said, there's a variety of reasons why I don't want to do that. Is diorama finished? It's not complete, and it's not consigned to the bin either. It's just that I need a break. You need a sellout option too, Rob. Yes. This is my sellout, right? And if not, I've spent a month on a prototype that doesn't work, and that's actually not a bad cost. Yeah, real loft. I just needed a break. It wasn't moving that fast, and so I looked at something else. I'll show this because this was what I was making like a few weeks ago. Was this, and it's got a little map, and this. I still think this is cute, right? And that's something I would like to come back to as well. Check out the map. Look, it's going to appear. Yeah, we entered a new room. How cool is that? I'll tell you, it's very cool. And you can stick to the ceiling here as well because I made it that way. Cheat. Right. So there's lots of cool little things. Right, but I'm doing this. I'm going to try this for a month, let's say. Right, anyway, public connections, private connections. So I need to move that around. So what I probably need to do is create new player. So we'll change that to the actual player. Right, there we go. So we've got the player, and oh. Right, public connections. This is where it's getting a bit funny. So this stuff, in fact, when we do create new player, we should be sending this through, shouldn't we? Username and token. Both important. So, who's doing a half marathon tomorrow? Oh, it's me. I got nothing else to talk about. I am that dull. Alright, so we'll do that. So this public connections and private connections stuff is kind of rubbish. So what we could do is here, what we probably want to do instead is... so here's a question. Do we want to call the cells and move the player? Or do we want to call the player to move it? I would probably... When it comes to movement, we'll probably be dealing more with the player. So I'd probably like to do... well, you know what? Let's actually just pass the XY in. Oh, no, let's not do that. Okay, so var player, sorry, player dot move to XY, all right? Ding, 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 ding. Now, this needs access to the board or the world, so I guess we can pass the world in. I don't really need to do that, but I don't really want to keep having loads and loads of closures to keep storing that. That's something I've kind of not worried too much about. I'm thinking I might worry about it. You know, you were interested in those Scrabble Scramble mechanics, Rob. Could the IO game be like a race between players to catch procedural flags in massive Scrabble arenas? Yeah, that could be. MMO platformer. That could have been. Yeah, I could have done that. That wasn't what I was doing in that demo I showed earlier. So what we'll do here is set player. So I've got to do a set player on the cells. Actually, what do I need to do? If this dot xy we need to clear the player. Yeah, the Robert Vinnick, the idea of a race is kind of quite good. You could even do a Trackmania style game, right? Which would be cute. But that requires probably requires a bit of effort to design the level. Just having players fight each other is actually quite a cheap way of getting something worthwhile quickly. Anyway. Dooby dooby doob dooby dooby doob doob. Oh, why am I calling it there, you silly twit? Do 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 do. We'll just have this as a dumb thing for the time being. Yeah, Trackmania or Micro Machines. Well, Micro Machines, they interact, so Trackmania is probably the better idea. And then have ways that people can create their own 2D tracks. That's not a bad idea, you know. That's not a bad idea. I mean, to be fair, well, yeah, you'd need WebSockets for that sort of stuff. But the idea of like a top-down racer isn't a bad idea. Be quite straightforward to set up that. Game 2, man. Game 2. Just replace the cars with cats with 3 legs. You're racing cats with 3 legs? What's wrong with you, man? Alright, join players. So this is where we want to start doing caches of this. Public cache. You would probably want to do something like world.players.public cache. Something like that. And then that will be updated only once whenever a player enters. And yeah. 4th leg is super secret achievement. No. Teasel doesn't live for a 4th leg. She lives happy with 3. Oh, I see what you mean. You're still, Dr. Robot Vinny, you're still talking about with a turn-based thing. Oh, okay. Well, they can interact. Gosh, yeah. A racing game. A turn-based racing game. Interesting, Mr. Bond. Right. So if I was to get rid of that, player move to XY, I need to oh yeah, oh sod bags. Alright, I'm being a hypocrite here. I'm going back on what I said earlier. I'll just use closures, it's fine. Also, notice that I didn't actually do this, which was a bit silly. Huh, I didn't do this .world anyway. Silly sausage. Oh, hang on. Where did that come from? Ugh. Alright, so we've got ourselves the players. World board cells.set player. That clears it if it was already set. Do you change your camera angle every stream? Yeah, well I move it all the time because of the cat, right? It's higher up to show Rubber Swan not going bold. Shall I stream right after I get back after my marathon, half marathon, so you can see how messy I'd be? It'd be like a Robin reliant cat game. No reversing. You funny sods. Right, let's go back to the index. Right, so we've got pick empty random square, fair enough. We haven't actually passed that in, so we'll pass in that. Does the player doesn't actually need a position. That's the problem. Okay, so right, so we need to start putting some logic in. Again, if you're the first person to join, Actually, hang on a sec. Can I ignore this? I'm taking the corner too fast, yeah. Right, I'm gonna... I may not... I'm trying to not have different branches of logic for the different number of players. I'm actually trying to hold off from that as long as possible, even though I went and made the game states. So what I'll do is not create a new player. We won't give it a position, but waiting to join equals that. Do 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 do. So what do we do about the XY? Maybe I'll sort that out later, but let me just go and check create new player doesn't do it. Console log. Alright. Bum bum bum. There is no way when you join you can join in that round. It's just not possible. So what this player's gonna do, join accepted. So next action will be wait for next round. And I don't want to call it delay until next action, but that's actually what it is. Time. Now I don't know what to put there, so I'll put 1,000, so we'll work in milliseconds or something. Let me think about this again. So a player's joined, a game round's already started. Yes, we'll work on that basis. We're going to tell them about all the players that have joined. Do we even want to do that? I'm not sure we do. We can send them the board early on. Oh man, this is what I'm struggling with. Am I going to have to worry about the 0, 1, 2 player, different paths immediately? Possibly. Yeah, I will. I'm not going to make my life hard. So, switch. World.players.in-game.length. Players playing. Do 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 do. So that's all players. That's waiting to join. This is playing. Do we want these to be... It's interesting. So here's a quick question. I haven't actually thought about this. What if two players both want to move into the same square at the same time? How would you resolve that? Who would... Because only one of the players can succeed. Who would it be? I don't know. Is my answer. Create new player. Something like that. I'd probably rather put that as a type. Oh, got that wrong. Both players get knocked back. Maybe. I mean, the whole point of this game is actually there will be a strategic advantage of messing up. Oh, by the way, I asked my twin brother and he remembered the name of the game that I played, that I was talking about, that kind of inspired this. It's called Razrats.
Now, what's interesting about this, I'll stop the music. What's interesting about this was that this was a game that my brother and I played, and it could be between 0 and 1 and 3 players. And there's literally one video on YouTube of it. And just to make matters even better, this is a 2-minute 20 video that doesn't include the gameplay. So I'm going to play it anyway. But it's like it doesn't exist. So this was a hacker. I don't know how many guys of you remember this. So this Pratt making this movie. Below this paragraph, you find my friends' YouTube channels that have very interesting, retro videos. This was an operating system, right? That was your cursor, a busy bee. So here we go. We've got, is it a flag duel? Players 1, 2, 3, computer off and on. Gentlemen, load your weapons. And there's a bit here, which I don't think is necessary, where you get to choose your weapons. They all have a cost, of course. Oh, dearie me. And you'll just about get a minute of the actual game board, but you won't see any combat or practice. But you should get the idea. I hope. Otherwise, this whole thing is ridiculous. He wasn't sure. Yeah, this person doesn't know what he's doing. There we go. All right. So it's got a grid here, and obviously you can shoot over water, but you can't shoot through mountains. And you can't walk through mountains or water. Computer is ready to move. So look at this. The next 40 seconds is of the old Atari ST choosing what to do. And that's it. Basically, you would choose your moves and then the computer would choose theirs. But you don't see, then there's a stage where they both get resolved. And obviously the hilarious thing might be that you might, let's have a look. If you were this blue guy, you might move right once, up twice and shoot right. But obviously he's probably moved in that time. And I don't think we get to see any resolution of it. No, totally useless video. I don't know what that clicking's for as well, but it's annoying. So there you go. That's the game that I played that made me think of this. Rubbish. Right. Types. Oh, I did rename that. Right. Gosh, it's hot in here. Whew. Whew. Actually, that's code in the dark. Let's do green. Yeah, I need to not stay coding late because of obviously getting up early for stuff. Right, looks like a great game though. It looked terrible, didn't it? Right, so what types did we want? Types dot player I'm sure we'll get some other varieties, but let's see if this makes sense. Do 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 do. Diddle. Right, anyway, let's go back to this. Right, so this isn't going to log an X and a Y because we haven't got one. Players playing. So how do I work this out? So if playing equals 0, so let me think through this. Well, that would just be else. So any player. Okay, sorry. If we got 0, where we need to stay waiting and tell client and send client the board. Tell client to hold until other players join. All right. Now, if one other person is playing, they will be in holding mode. PHP is pretty bad, yes. We can start the game. This player can move into playing. In fact, no, we can start the game. Move all players from waiting into playing. Is it that simple? Question. At the same time, should we have a countdown such as games starting in X seconds? Should we have a countdown? The reason being is that the logic I'm writing now is going to be pretty brutal. The first player joining will wait. The second player joining will trigger a game. But as soon as we've got a game round going, the third player to join will have to wait out a round. Whereas the idea that if 10 people all join within 5 seconds of each other, they should probably all start at the same round. That's something I will think of later, I think. So we move all players from waiting into playing. And then anybody else, if there's a game in progress, so they must wait. So send them the board. So send them the board, send them their moves. Tell client to how long they have to program moves and to send instructions or orders. Alright, if we've got this, send them the board. Tell client to wait because game in progress. Yeah, I think it would be a good idea. I think so as well. Tell client to wait because game is in progress. So there's probably something else we can do here, like tell them... You know what I'm saying. No, we don't. you could tell them something like where they're going to start, what team they're on. So anyway, playing 0. Let's sort this out. Tell client we need to stay waiting and send the client to board. So join accepted. We're sending them the board. I think we send them the board in all cases, so that's actually okay. So world.board. Get I don't know, get as JSON. So we'll go into the board. So yeah, so what we'll do with the board is we will have function create JSON cache. It's not actually going to be JSON. I think that's a bad word. It's just going to be a string for a start. But so we'll include the dimensions in it as well. That's always a useful thing. And cells. So the cells are going to be a string. So what we'll do row equals that. Oh, there's no point. I just realised how silly of me. And there we go. So that's just to terrain the cache there. Did I do get as JSON? Yeah. Line 22. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm shocked you can see that. That means you're actually reading what I'm writing, and I'm not even reading what I'm writing. Hello, Grachev. Yeah, less F words. Come on, less swearing, mate. Family show. Grachev, yes, JavaScript. So I was going to do my side scroller, which I think you saw, didn't you? And we got talking about the Diepio, Slitherio, those games. And it turns out that they're quite simple games that made quite a lot of money. And I thought, well, let's see what we can do here. I'm not saying the answer is any good. Now, guys. I haven't labelled this as a mature stream for a reason, so yeah, less swearing, please. Alright. What was I doing? Board. Let's get as JSON. Well, that's going to be a case of return this dot JSON cache. To be honest, we could even convert that into something or other, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. So get as JSON. Next action is wait. I'll just call that. No, let's keep it the next action. That's fine. Wait for next round. We could do that. So that timer is an interesting one. Do 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 do. Oh, my microphone had rotated away. It's not the biggest drama in my life right now, but it's one I can correct. Do 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 do. Come on, join accepted. We're sending the board. We're not sending the list of players. Is that going to be a problem if I send the board but not the players? Probably not, because the player structure is actually going to be different. Yeah, I think that's fine actually for now. It's certainly enough to get the first thing working, and we'll do a timer of... we'll just put 1,000 seconds, whatever. I just want to be able to get a timer going. Right. Sorry, so the next action is actually check has game started. Right, so if playing 0, we need to stay waiting and send client the board. Tell client to hold until the other players. That's what we've done there. So that's probably going to be r.next action. We should probably put that here actually. Do 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 do. Do do do. And if one's playing, we can start the game. Move all players from waiting into playing. So world dot players dot start game. Fair enough. Ah, so if we start the game, sorry, I can't attach the board yet. Because the board will change. Well, that's going to be a bit rubbish. That looks a bit empty. All right. Truncate table. Well done. Hello, Soup World. Right. So if we're starting the game, this will move everyone. In fact, move all. Move all waiting players. To playing. It's a bit rubbish, isn't it? They'll do for now. World dot players. Okay, so they've all started. What do we want to do? Ah, so world dot. Ah, yeah. Okay, so what we've got is r.next. So we'd actually have world.players.start game. That's probably a good thing to do there. r.next action equals program moves. r.time equals put in a round object or a timer. I don't know actually. Round dot. Fine. I just realised it doesn't actually matter because I'm not actually going to get that far today. r.board equals world.board get as JSON, so we'll do that. And we do need to send the players list over. Get. How would I do this? So this would be get playing players as JSON. snappy titles. That should be enough. Oh, no. Ooh, available. So, me equals, and then we would do world dot play. Where is it? So the player is immediately moved. So we could actually do call world dot get me as Jason. That doesn't really make sense, does it? Available actions. Orders. Get available orders as Jason. Okay, so this is telling you what you can do. So you'll find your position. In fact, let me think about this. You've sent a token and a username. Ah, we need to send back the player ID. Okay, so that player ID will be used to reference you in this list, in this cache list. Get playing players as Jason. Available orders, get available orders as Jason. Yep. So this player list is everybody who's in the game, and it will control it will show their X and Y, maybe health. But all players will have exactly the same information, and it will include a player ID. Or will it? Yes, it will. And the join accepted will tell you what your player ID is. Okay, move player group playing. Yeah, it's kind of... I might do that, WGG. I need to have a think about it, because I'm not actually sure what I'm going to be doing in there. Because I'm doing these cached things. Yeah, I need to be careful. So I'll see what I do. I might have to move them all. Yes, blah, blah, blah. I'll have to have a think about it. The game is in progress, so they must wait. Send them the board. Join at next round. And that time would be... Yeah, it doesn't matter for now. It's all garbage, this timing stuff. You've got the boards. Yeah, that's probably all you want to know about. Wanting to join push. I'm just going to get rid of that. So that's actually not too bad. This relying on the player number is probably better done as a state of the game. Like, is it playing? Is it... Oh, whatever it is. But that should be enough. So let's have a look. So world board get us Jason. Let me just close all this down, because otherwise I'm going to get confused. Board. Oh, so we're about to enter into one of the interesting aspects I simply don't know about, which is how to debug a... JavaScript server. I don't know actually. So Jason creates Jason cache. That happens right at the start. Set player, get us Jason. Yeah, that looks fine. Right, players. You players, you. Move all waiting. So I'll do this expressly to start with. This dot move. What did I call it in board? Yeah, Jason cache. Do 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 do. Actually, let's do that as no. We do need a library. Sorry, an array, not a dictionary. Right. Move all waiting players. So. Da 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 da. I'm not actually sure what that's going to entail actually, so again, waffle on. Right, so JavaScript. Hey, JavaScript. How to copy one array to how to append to another. Do. Hang on a sec. I'm looking at some code. I was just like. A.push apply. So we would do. Is it slice the quick way to set it back to 0? Can't remember. Something like that. And then... Right, I'm going to stop at 10:30 at the latest, by the way, guys. So another half hour. I might not actually get this working. Or I could just ensure that the first few screens work. Yeah, I'll probably do that, actually. Updating playing JSON cache. We will... how am I going to do this? Do. Let's get rid of the available orders bit. That's just not needed. That's cart before the horse. What would we do here? Well, we would... So what do we want to do? We don't want to pass. We want to pass over the ID, the username, and the XY, and that's it basically. Again, what the server stores and what we store shouldn't be the same. Right, I'm going to do this because it's a cheap way of me quickly doing a copy. I can't be bothered to write something to copy a table or an object. Do. So that would be it. This is safe data to send to everyone. ID, username, they're X and Y. And that's only of playing players. I mean, you would end up doing stuff like health, that sort of thing. But yeah, I only want to call this after I've moved all players. Anyway, back to here. That's join at next round, console log. The move is... I'll comment that out. Okay, let's see how many mistakes I've got on there. What's that? I don't know. The server seems to have worked. Okay, so what I will do... This should be... Well, let's just rerun this. The join command should be the same. The server's going to respond differently. Ah, no, it's gone down. There's any number of reasons it could have gone down. And they're all to do with my sheer incompetence. Hang on, where is it? There we go. Invalid shorthand property initial... Oh, sod you. Alright. And 3,000 files. Yeah, I should probably filter out. Types player states waiting to join is undefined. Is it now? That looks like it should be correct. World.players.playing.length didn't work. Oh, yeah, alright then. Waiting to join, and yeah. That's still gone wrong? It has. Console.log player ID. Yeah, okay, so we're definitely getting to the end of all of this. Okay, so we've now got an error on the client side, but that's because I updated the back-end data that we're sending. I believe VS Code lets you debug Node.js. Oh, cool. Thanks, Self Kimberly. I will have to have a look into that. I mean, like at the moment, it's quite straightforward, but obviously, I'm going to get some hairy rubbish come out. Dingle ding ding, doggy dong ding ding, doggy dong ding ding, doggy dong ding ding, doggy dong ding ding. So we go to idle, so I can't even remember what I was doing on here. Well, let's just run this and have a look. Okay, so the board is actually... Oh, and look, it's got null, null, null. That wasn't quite what I expected, but fair enough. Container, document.getElement by ID. Yeah, so I need to read this from the session coming in. Does that make sense? Oh, hang on. That was a session board. Yes, it was. So I was passing it through... where was it? Yeah, it was an array, but it was null. Null arrays. That's not supposed to happen. So I won't fix that for the time being. Da-da-dun, da-da-dun, da-da-dun. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do there. I don't really know. I don't even know if you can access individual characters in a string like that. Chrome lets you too. Oh, does it? Ah. Right, let's go and find out why the server is not doing its thing. Alright, so that's what I... Oh, it restarted it. So the terrain has got the correct spaces in it. So that's a row, and that's a cell. Actually looks correct to me. Or does it? Yeah, it does look so. It means my conversion is probably not coming along very well. Now dim x and y is exactly the same. Row plus equals that dot terrain. Alright. Yeah, it's just printing that looks pretty correct to me. So if I go to the terrain, where was my cell, and put in a dot. Yeah, we've got lots of dots. But only that's correct. So what have I got wrong here? For x equals... Oh. Got my y's and x's the wrong way around. That's better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 sets of dots. Alright. Right, so the rower string is 5 dots and right. Do. Hello. Oh, was that? Alright, I don't know what. I thought that was Jodie, but I may be wrong. This was draw board. Right, so the tile type is not gonna, we're not gonna show anything. So that's the old way. So inner equals tile, basically. Straightforward. No. Oh, it's not an X. Let's change this to Y, seeing as that's what it's all about. Boop, 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 doop. Oh, why did I do that? Dun, 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 dun. Let's try that. Oh. All I want to see is that. Alright, so that's good. So we are getting to see the terrain in there. Northeast, southwest is going to do nothing. If I click that, it may even be that the server's crashed. Has it? Did the server crash there? No, it didn't, actually. Oh, well, that's fine. Who knows what's going on? It's 1:15. Now, because this is incorrect. It's saying idle, but that's because I always, up until now, I was always successfully joining into a game when you joined, and now we have the first player joining has to go into a waiting room. They get to see the board. I think that's fair. And when it, you know, at the moment it's a 5x5 board, but once it becomes bigger, it could be 20x20 or whatever. Yeah, we don't list the players. It does give you your ID. Next action check has game started. That's going to be important, I think. So yeah, so I need to get this to go into... Well, let me switch it back to spaces. Or nothing. No, it has to be spaces. There has to be a character, you silly sausage, Rob. Brilliant. So what we could do is colour these differently. The board... where is it? Cell. So obviously there are things we could... I can't be bothered to speak. Oh. Can't be bothered to speak. I need to work on the client side now to start doing proper handling here, and that'll include time. I'm not convinced I'm going to start. I like the rewrite I've kind of done here. Actually, it's all right. Actually, that won't do anything. Unexpected end of JSON. If you say so. But the board. Actually, do you know? Am I being a prat? The board, I don't need to keep sending each frame, do I? Because if the board itself doesn't change and just the players in it do as an overlay, I don't need to keep sending the board. It'd be quite nice to be able to send the board so that you could do something stupid, like if you had rivers and somebody stands in the river, blocks the river, then further downstream the river disappears and you can walk over it. So, you know, I'll keep sending the board at the moment. I don't think it's that big a deal though. So let's close this all down. Yeah, to be honest, guys, I've kind of done not as much as I'd hoped for, but I don't want to start the next thing because it's client side pretty much. So what the hell? So I've come here to look and I see that Hardly Difficult is on a turn-based strategy game. What? Whereas I've got Making Bacon, a game with catcam. Yeah, it's not very good. I will... That's a question. Who to host? Let's try this. Poll new. Who to host? Hardly Difficult. Quasi is an option. Let's see who else I've got on my list. Robot Loves Kitty. Load Claw. I should actually deliberately pick someone. Oh, has Quasi just gone down? He might have done. Yeah, that looks like Quasi's just gone down, actually. Oh no, he is back there. I don't know what that's showing. Is he still up? No, he's hosting. Okay, so Quasi, don't vote for Quasi. End the Quasi host. Oh, I refreshed my stream. Lost the link to my own poll. Does that work?
No.
That didn't work. Why not? Hardly Difficult 2. Alright guys, I'll host Hardly Difficult. Hello Jodie. She's brushing her teeth. That's news. That's all I have to share with you guys. Alright, thanks for watching. We've moved from something movable to just black squares, but that is good. That's what I say. Alright, guys, I might see you tomorrow. If not, I'm going to keep pinging back in out of this because this is good progress. It's fast. Can do it in small amounts. So I'm actually far happier with these kind of rough prototyping stages. Anyway, guys, wish me... I'm begging here. Wish me luck in my half marathon tomorrow. And accidentally written in all caps. Sorry about that. Alright. See you later, guys.